All right, hello everyone and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion.
Hola y bienvenidos a otra discusión de 5K tenis.
There you
At
go.
request of B-Dog.
B-Dog02 wanted me to say it in Spanish, but I haven't quite gotten there yet, so thank you, Carla, for that.
You're welcome.
We are approaching the end of February, and here we are already on show number 35, which is 35.
35.
Let's
Yes.
go! All right, as usual, Carla and I will place a link above from our previous show in case you missed it. As always, these shows are generally continuations from the previous show. So if you missed that one and want to check it out and get caught up on comments and topics, you can do so by clicking that link above.
Yes.
All right? You seem rather sudden and feisty today, looks like.
Huh?
It just looks that way.
No.
She looks feisty.
I'm not feisty at all. Why would I be feisty?
I don't know, you're always feisty.
Isn't that what you like about me?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to be blah?
No.
Okay.
Let's go! All right, so hopefully everyone is having a great week and staying positive and staying mentally strong and strong-minded. And hopefully everyone has a great upcoming weekend as we anticipate the beginning of Indian Wells next week. Let's go! All right, so on today's show, we're going to have the following topics. Number one, we will have information on the tennis racket and prize giveaway for the upcoming Indian Wells tournament. Number two, we will have a topic about a 9-year-old girl that took out a high school tennis team player. Let's go! We will talk about, or Carla, we'll talk about ongoing tournaments, results, and upcoming matches, ATP and WTA.
Yeah.
And we will always do new member shout-outs and people that have helped us since the previous show, obviously. I forgot to mention that. And lastly, we will talk about changing sets in men's tennis and or women's tennis to 4 games instead of 6 games. In other words, there is talk about changing the way in which we score tennis. We've already dealt with tiebreakers now in deciding sets, and now we're talking about changing the sets to the best of 4 games instead of the best of 6.
With no ad scoring.
And no ad scoring.
That could change a lot of rankings.
I think, as you all may know, that Carla and I are going to get pretty hostile to those that wish to do such ridiculous changes. Jeez,
we might as well all become tennis professional players.
Didn't I do a video not terribly long ago, and I'll put a link above for that one, about how upset I got when they started initiating tiebreakers and the best 3 out of 5 set matches because of a few big servers and maybe a Mahout thrown in the midst of
Well, Mahout wasn't at fault. More like the other person playing.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get into all that no matter what. So hopefully everybody is ready. And here we go.
All right.
All right, let's get into it. So first on the agenda today is the tennis racket giveaway and prizes and instructions for Indian Wells.
Yes.
Everybody ready for this? All right, so usually Carla and I do a tennis racket giveaway for all 4 majors. This will be the first time that we have done a tennis racket giveaway for a non-major and an ATP 1000 and a women's premier, I think is the terminology for that. We are going to be doing a tennis racket giveaway for Indian Wells. Generally, Carla and I have a tennis racket sent to anyone that can guess both finalists, both men's finalists and women's finalists, and the winners just before the tournament starts. Okay? We have sent out a few tennis rackets over the years doing this. We have sent out tennis rackets to, I think, Arvis and I think a Milo, or maybe
Tono.
I think it was Tono in New Zealand or Australia, I think. We have sent out a couple of them. So I know it sounds hard, but it does happen. But for Indian Wells, we're going to make it even easier. And for the first time, we are going to initiate a second place prize. All right? So for Indian Wells, when the tournament draws come out, I wouldn't submit your entries at this point, because if you do it now and 2 of your finalists are on the same half of the draw, it becomes impossible to win, because you can't have 2 finalists if they're on the same side of the draw.
Right.
So when the draws come out, you can submit your entries for your finalists and winners on any of our videos, or you could in the comment section, or you can submit those entries to us privately via email at 5ktennis@mail.com. So 5ktennis@mail.com. Now it's going to be easier because this Indian Wells, we are going to give away 1 of 2 rackets, or your choice, if you guess only 3 of the 4 finalists and 1 winner. So forget 4 of 4 finalists and both winners. We're going to do, if you can guess 3 out of the 4 finalists. If you get 2 men's finalists and 1 women's finalist and 1 winner, then you will win one of the following 2 rackets. 1, Wilson BLX Surge with a 4 3/8 grip, freshly strung with YTEX Hexagon X racket. We did a play test with this frame and with these strings. Very nice setup. Secondly, we will have a Babolat Pure Control Team with a 4 1/2-inch grip, freshly strung with YTEX's Quadro Twist strings, and we did a play test with this one as well. Both of these are our frames, so some of our collection, so they are slightly used. I know the bumper guard on this one has seen a better day, but nonetheless, it's still a quality racket, and as well the BLX Surge. For second place, we are going to offer the following: a couple of cans of tennis balls, brand new, a handful of overgrips, if that's your choice, or a roll of YTEX strings, which you can hopefully see behind me. If not, we have a variety of selection. And second place will be an automatic, and I'll tell you how. So if the ultimate goal to win a racket is 3 out of 4 of the men's and women's finalists and 1 winner, second place will be given to whoever gets the most approaching that. So let's say no one gets the racket and someone gets 2 out of the 4 finalists and 1 winner, and that's the best, and then they'll get second place. So that's how we're going to do it. And so if you have any questions, comments, or anything to get more, I guess, detailed on that, if you got lost in those directions, let us know. All right? So moving forward, new member shoutouts and group shoutouts. Number 1, new subscriber, Dusan Drami Kanin.
I love these names.
I love them too.
Jeez.
Furzy09, what's up, bro? Again, we do new member shout-outs to people that just subscribe, people that comment, and also people that help us through these shows as the previous one ends and the comments ensue, and then we catch up to now. Furzy09 was there. What's up? Carteri04, what's going on? Serjan Jovanovic, let's go, bro. Let's go.
It's a he.
That's what I'm talking
so
about.
So if it has an A, it's a girl.
That's it.
Beautiful name, by the way.
That is a really nice name.
Yeah.
If we had our 6th child, I think I would go with
that's not happening, though. But
Surgeon. I like that. Strong.
I would have, yeah, but no.
Sean Vantajuv. What's up? B-Dog02. Let's go. All right. Bradley Cranford, who is a teaching pro that helped us with a stringing video or a topic on the last one. Ivor Savage, again, close friend, owner of YTEX Strings, who we have a lot of respect for and is really trying to make stringing and his business more personal, except just take an order and what's your number, right? Let's go. Right. All right, so, and Rajesh Kumar, he's kind of like our technical director, you could say. But he's in India.
Vacation.
He's on vacation in India, and he is in Houston, and we miss you because we have a couple of technical snafus that we have to work out. Stephen DeViti with Hydro Athletics and Michael Figgins from Big Hit Sports International that always keep Carla and I, especially Carla, involved with their thoughts, with their coaching, I guess you could say, takes, and a lot of their motivational stuff that they have to offer. All right, so we'll jump into the first topic of the day. You ready to go?
Yeah.
9-year-old girl takes out a high school tennis player with relative ease. Let's go! hopefully this 9-year-old has the best of parents backing her up. Come on! All right, so we have 5 children, so this is going to be a humble segment on our 9-year-old girl. Again, we have a 3-year-old, we have a 6-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 16-year-old. The 2 oldest boys play on a high school team.
Right.
They played number 1 and number 2. We went to their match the day before yesterday.
Yes, the day before.
And the 2 boys won both their matches and their doubles match. So one is 11-1 on the year, the other one is 12-0.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a girls team that we assist with as well. And one of the girls that we have couldn't play. She had some toe issue and she couldn't play. So she was going to default the match. However, our 9-year-old daughter, Liliana, was there. So we found out that it was okay because she was in the same school district. Granted, it was elementary school and not high school. But we found out that it was okay, given she was in the same district, if she were to fill in for our high school player that defaulted. So the opposing coach surely thought that, you know, this would be an easy win, and his high school.
Well, he was a nice.
He was really nice guy.
He thought it would be fun.
But thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
So Liliana, our 9-year-old, had on some casual shoes, some jeans, and a sweater. You know, other player was fixing to pack it to the house, had on tennis outfit, racket bag, the whole bit. So we found out it was okay, so I said, let's let her play it. So I went to my car and I got Lily one of my tennis rackets, you know, which is fairly heavy and strung up with some polyester strings. But nonetheless, Liliana went out there and took it upon herself to play this match. Now, do I need to tell you what happened? Do I need to tell you what happened, Carla?
No, you watched most of the match. I watched the end because I wanted to give her some space.
She won! Let's go! She had like, remember, she's 9, little tiny thing. This girl was like up there. It went in so far as when she got up, like some of our 9-year-old daughter's shots that were like 3 feet in were being called out simply as a way to hopefully have a crying chance of beating someone. But nonetheless, she had like 8 aces.
I saw.
She was like.
I saw they were being called out, and I didn't say anything because.
Like center of the service box, they were being called out. But people were privy to this and made sure the girl was being fair. But nonetheless, the 9-year-old girl took out the high school tennis player with relative ease. Great match, though. I'm being pumped up for my daughter. We always want to respect our fellow competitors, and she did that. Thank you for the opposing high school team to let or have our 9-year-old have the opportunity to play. It was a really nice match, and I'm sorry our 9-year-old had to win. So surely there was some hard feelings on the other side of that. But at the same time, we were humbled about it. But when I got in the car and the doors were shut and the windows were rolled up, I was like, let's go!
Yeah.
Come on!
It's great for any young kid to win a match against an older kid. That's how I started. I was asked to. I was just watching a match and I was asked, hey, can you substitute? And I played a high school player and won. So she's kind of repeating what I did.
Love that.
Yeah.
Let's get down. All right, Carla, let's jump right into current tournaments, results, and upcoming matches.
A lot of fun matches.
Don't forget Indian Wells starts next week, and do not forget about the prize giveaways that we just went over.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Dubai. In Dubai, we had number 6 seed, Borna Koric from Croatia. Defeated your boy, Jiri Vesely from the Czech Republic in 3 sets. And he will play Tomas Berdych from the Czech Republic.
I like Koric a lot. We've talked about this at length. I'm glad to see him winning. I like his new haircut, by the way. He's got the shaved head deal like I have, so I feel his pain on that one. Go Borna Koric. You're going to have a tough time against Berdych.
Berdych looks really great. The veteran is, coming back to form. He played against Ilya Ivashka from Belarus and won in 3 sets as well.
Who, Berdych?
Yes. So they will play the round of 16, Koric versus Berdych.
That's a great setup. Again, Berdych is on my list of players, of top 10 players who never won a major.
Should have won. Yeah.
Should have, could have,
Should have won Wimbledon against Nadal.
Ooh.
Gael Monfils.
Let's go.
He's on fire from France.
Svitolina, lit that fire. Let's go, Svitolina. Monfils.
He defeated Marin Cilic from Croatia. Check the score out. 6-3.
Bagel in the third.
4-6 and a 6-0. I watched this match. I watched this guy run like no other guy. I watched this lob that Chilik threw at him, and he did a Jordan, tucked his knees in, and went kapow.
It's because Savannalina showed up.
I mean, the guy is on fire, I'm telling you. And he defeated this morning Marcos Bagdatis from Cyprus very easily.
Haven't we always liked Monfils though?
Yeah, we
I don't think there's been a show ever or tournament where Monfils has been in it where we haven't been like, let's go, Monfils.
You know, I really hope this guy keeps healthy because I would love for him to take down one of the big three guys. Djokovic, Nadal, or Federer. I would love to see him ruin a draw.
Berdych and Monfils are both on the list of top players that have never won a major for me, by the way.
Yes. The quarterfinals, we had Ricardo Berankis from Lithuania.
Watched him in 2007 at the U.S. Open Junior Finals beat Jerzy Janowicz.
He defeated Denis Kudla from the USA pretty easily, and before that he beat Daniil Medvedev from Russia.
That's an interesting match there. Kudla against Berankis. Both of them, if my memory serves me correctly, I think Kudla, American player.
Yes. I
think Kudla won a junior major as well. I don't recall which one. U.S. Open, Wimbledon, I can't remember. But hey, great job.
Number 1 seed, Kei Nishikori from Japan defeated Benoit Paire easily from France in 2 sets. And then he lost today. We watched this match and we were kind of scratching our heads to Hubert Hurkacz from Poland.
It looked like, to me, that...
He looked tired.
Nishikori looked tired. He looked lethargic, kind of like Del Potro did the other night against Mackenzie McDonald when Del Potro lost. Nishikori looked sluggish.
He did. He was trying to hit corners, but the other guy came back with something better.
Yeah, Nishikori's not...
It was like it had no... The shot had no... His strokes had no sting on the other side.
Yeah, his feet didn't have a lot of movement, even when shots were going out. Like let's say his opponent, Hurkacz.
And match point was a floater.
Yeah, if
forehand floater.
You know, sometimes when someone serves the ball and it's out and they're just hitting it back to the ball boy or whatever, waiting for the second serve. It almost seems like he was just really lethargic, even trying to block an out first serve out of the way. Nishikori looked off and lethargic, maybe even hurt.
Yep. Number 5 seed, Stefanos Tsitsipas from Greece defeated Matthew Ebden from Australia and is currently playing, probably won, against Igor Gerasimov from Belarus. He was up 5-1, so I'm pretty sure he won that match.
Yeah, Tsitsipas, I think that match went 3 sets, did it
With
not?
Ebden, it went 3 sets. Yeah, yesterday, but he played today. I'm pretty sure he's done already.
Yeah, Tsitsipas looks vulnerable, too. I mean, she always jumps on these bandwagons with all these number 1 players.
She's
got Tsitsipas,
this is a 2 out of 3
set. Shapovalov. I'm sorry. I think Tsitsipas, it runs around too much. He looks like Nadal.
I don't see him running around. I think you're confused with someone else.
He runs around like a speed demon.
I'm sorry. This is a 2 out of 3.
He's going to get hurt.
If you're a guy player, you know out there that it's mostly 3 out of 5. 2 out of 3, you have a chance of somebody winning there. 2 out of 3 is not great for guys.
Okay, so you're telling me...
So like when I win the first set against you, right?
Oh my gosh.
Right? And you win the second set. I mean, wouldn't you like it to be 3 out of 5 for you, for your benefit?
Why are we talking about you and I? You're trying to shift the topic that all the players that you forecasted to be so great with the likes of Alexander Dolgopolov, the Ukrainian, Denis Shapovalov, the Canadian, Tsitsipas, Kachanov, all of them are losers. And you're trying to change the subject?
How can you say Tsitsipas is a loser? He won 2 titles already.
Well,
2 titles and he's 21 years old and he's in the top 10.
But we're talking about future number 1.
Where's your guy Coric?
Tsitsipas
Where's your guy Coric?
Well,
where's Medvedev?
Who said anything about Medvedev?
You
I said he's a good player. I didn't forecast to be number 1 in the world.
Anyways, next match.
Felix Auger-Aliassime.
I like him too, and I've mentioned him. Next match. Nicolas Bashvili from Georgia defeated Roberto Bautista Agut from Spain in 3 sets. He's a quiet guy. Every time I watch him, he just walks to the other side, really quiet. It almost looks like he's not even sweating when he plays. Bashvili
is a good player. I forecasted him to go really, really deep in the Australian Open. He let me down. I think he made, a quarterfinal or a round of 16, something like that.
Did he lose to Sissy? Who did he lose to? I'm not sure.
That's a good question.
Bashvili. I know Tsitsipas beat Bautista Agut.
Didn't he learn to lose to Carreno Busta or?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Carreno Busta lost to Nishikori.
Okay, Bautista Agut, I don't remember. But nonetheless, Bashvili is a very good player.
He is.
Really good player.
He's a solid player.
And he won today and we watched the match and he looked comfortable today.
Yes. Playing on right now is number 2 seed Roger Federer from Switzerland. Is playing against Fernando Verdasco from Spain. So I'm giving this match to not Verdasco, but Federer. I mean, he should win this match.
Oh, I would think he would win that easily.
Yeah.
Verdasco and Federer. If Federer loses that, then my bet for Roger Federer winning the French Open looks really bleak. Jeez.
On to the Brazil Open. It's a 250 ATP Tour tournament. I only mentioned a few players. We got Laszlo Djiri from Serbia.
Let's go!
We'll play against Alessandro Giannessi.
Sergej Jovanovic brought this player up, by the way. So Laszlo Djiri.
So they stayed in Brazil. The 2 players that made the final, the Rio Open, stayed in Brazil to play this ATP. He'll be playing Alessandro Giannessi from Italy.
Let's go.
And Pablo Cuevas from Argentina will face the young 18-year-old Felix Auger-Aliassime from Canada.
And so Djiri and Felix are in this tournament.
Are in this tournament as well. They stayed in Brazil.
All right, so Sergej Jovanovic that called Djiri winning the last tournament. I'm going to call the young Felix Auger-Aliassime to win this one.
I hope so.
Let's go.
On to the Mexico Open in Acapulco. David Ferrer from Spain, round 32, defeated Tennis Sangren from the USA.
No big deal.
Good for Ferrer because he's retiring.
Great for Ferrer, and I don't think Ferrer should retire. I mean, he still has a lot of tennis left in him.
He hurts.
Well, I hurt too.
You don't want to be hurting in the tour and having to take stuff to continue.
But and no disrespect to Tennis Sangren, but I mean, so he's
it's hard courts.
I mean,
so there's no excuse there.
Is he really even a good player? I mean, he's solid.
I mean, come on.
I mean, he's a tennis player.
He's a great tennis player. Anybody would want to have his career.
But he's no David Ferrer.
No, definitely not.
Not even close.
No.
Not even close.
I don't think he's arguing that.
If David Ferrer was 127 years old and he was playing Tennis Sangren in his prime, I'd still take the 127-year-old David Ferrer. Let's go! Hall of Famer.
Mackenzie McDonald from the USA played another American and defeated this 17-year-old American Emilio Nava.
This is a cool match.
Yeah, I kind of checked him out just to see. I said, well, maybe the USA has something coming up. I don't know.
This is a great match. And what was the scores in that match?
It was like 6-3, 6-2.
And McDonald won
easily. Yeah.
This is
still great for the 17-year-old.
Yeah, this is really cool.
He was a top junior. He's got a cousin playing in the ATP Tour. His parents are from Mexico, so great for him.
Yeah, I get so tired of the cheesiness of the next-gen preposterousness. And it's nice to hear a 17-year-old in the mix that obviously has not been mentioned in the cheesy first of 4 games, shady setup with the next-gen. Just absolute waste of timeness.
All right, number 1. I watched this match, of course. Rafael Nadal defeated Misha Zverev in 2 sets. I did enjoy watching Misha, though, serve and volley. I did enjoy watching
it. Misha Zverev.
It was beautiful to watch.
Who, by the way, is Sasha Alexander Zverev's older brother. He is a tactician, serve and volleyer.
Beautiful.
But he's no Nadal. Nadal picked him apart.
Yep. Number 2, see Alexander Zverev from Germany defeated Alexei Popyrin in 2 sets. Pretty easily from Australia.
And he should. I mean, again, this Alexander Zverev has been the forefront of this cheesy, not next-gen stuff. And there's only a next-gen because you have Federer, Nadal, Djokovic.
We got him going on
the next-gen stuff is so cheesy, but as much limelight has been put into this kid, he better be beating Popyrin easily.
Yeah, Popyrin is only 19.
Is that exciting?
No.
Not really.
Nick Kyrgios from Australia defeated Andrea Seppi from Italy, so he got his revenge from the Australian Open 2007, I think.
You know, Kyrgios looked like Kyrgios when Kyrgios wants to play, which is good.
Yeah.
But when Kyrgios doesn't look like Kyrgios and looks like a neighborhood thug running around, then he looks like just a schmuck. But he didn't look like a schmuck playing Seppi, and Seppi's a good player, so I give Kyrgios...
And his next opponent is Rafael Nadal, so that's a good match to watch, guys.
Kyrgios, word of advice, don't act like a schmuck playing Nadal, because Nadal will punish you. But if you play your game, you could
He's got a chance because it's hard court. Number 3 seed, John Isner from the USA defeated Adrian Manarino from Spain in 3 sets. But the score wasn't 7-6, 7-6, 7-6, 7.
Oh, it wasn't 7-6, 6-7, 543 to 541? It wasn't?
No, it was 6-3, 4-6, 6-3.
Okay, so there was a break in every set.
But that's good, that's good. All right, and he will face Sam Querrey from the USA.
Isner and Querrey?
2 Americans.
7-6, 6-7, 7-6, 543 to 541. No disrespect to them, but I'm sorry. The 2 big servers and somewhat of ground covering game, then we're in for a doozy.
Francis.
Thank goodness there's a tiebreaker.
Okay. Upcoming.
Just saying.
Upcoming matches. Francis Tiafoe.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Oh my gosh. All right.
If one of them gets hurt.
We're not going to get to this.
Okay, go ahead.
Francis Tiafoe from the USA will face another American, Mackenzie McDonald. So,
here's the thing. How many, when you have...
We got to get to the matches.
We have tournament organizers, and they always pair up the American against the American, because why not? I mean, the games are all the same.
Let's eliminate one American.
Let's get one of them out of the way. Tournament will be more exciting. All right, let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, you're on a roll.
All right, let's go.
David Ferrer from Spain will play the number 2 seed Alexander Zverev. And Stan Wawrinka will face Steve Johnson.
Wawrinka will hammer Johnson.
WTA Mexico Open. Sophia Kenin won due to retirement. She was up 4-3 against the Swedish girl, Rebecca Peterson.
She would have won anyway.
The 18-year-old Bianca Andreescu from Canada won her match in 2 sets against the girl from Switzerland, Jill Takeman. And Victoria Azarenka rolled through Danielle Collins from the USA 6-1, 6-2.
That's because Azarenka is a completely different level of player than Collins. I know Collins had a deep run at the Australian, but Azarenka is a different level of player.
Sloane Stephens from the USA won easily against Pauline Parmier from France.
Must have been the chocolate milk.
Upcoming match, Slevens from the USA against Beatriz Hadid Mai from Brazil.
Uh-oh.
And Victoria Azarenka versus Tatiana Maria from Germany. And Andreescu is playing Buzarnescu from Romania.
Those are good matches.
Yes.
Those are both good matches. Watch those matches for sure.
Well, and also we have the Oracle Challenge Series playing right now at Indian Wells, men's and women's. Just to name a few players, you have Dennis Eastermean, Dan Evans, Radut Albert, Jared Donaldson, Tommy Robredo from Spain, the veteran, Kyle Edmund, who has disappeared from tennis, really, United Kingdom. And
good run last year and sucked out this year.
Yep. And girls, Kai Kanepi from Estonia, Tim Basinski, who beat Mladenovic yesterday from Switzerland.
TM's girl.
Allison Risk,
Woo.
Taylor Townsend from the USA, and Heather Watson from United Kingdom.
Well, I'm guessing they'll put Risk and Townsend against one another, since they always put, like, McKenzie against Fritz or Donaldson against Fritz or whatever.
We'll see.
I don't blame them.
And that's it for tournaments.
All right, so moving forward, next quick segment is... There is discussion about changing the sets in tennis from, instead of being the first one to 6, in other words, 6-3, 6-4, whatever, the first one to 4 games.
That's ridiculous.
It is preposterous.
I don't even put my kids in those type of tournaments because I think it waters down tennis. It's horrendous to watch.
I did a video myself about this one-day stringing a tennis racket on the stringer. I put the video camera next to the stringer and I went off. I mean, I vented. I was just upset because after the Isner-Anderson match and Wimbledon, it was this big to-do about, Anderson wasn't ready to play the match the next day against Djokovic because it went 9 million to 8 million and 98, the final set. And I went off on why is it that there's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 players that notoriously go so long in their matches change the tiebreak rule for the entire generational age-old game. Now we've got topics about changing the sets to 4 games. Oddly enough, in that video that I made, and I was talking about being so upset about tiebreakers in the 5th set at a major being taken away, I teased that. I said, now what's going to be next? They're going to change the amount of games in each set? Why not just make a tennis match 10 points? Everybody's such in a hurry to get off the court. And I'm going to put a link above, 2906. I'm going to put a link above about, or where I was venting about that. They use this in the next generation ATP finals, which to me is absolutely cheeseball. I think it's ridiculous. Let's comment on this. What is happening to the game? Is it everybody wanting a quick fix and getting on and off the court?
Didn't Cilic say something about this?
Yeah, even Marin Cilic didn't like it. Does anyone actually agree with this or disagree with this? Comment on this in the comment field. I think it's preposterous.
He basically said that.
Let's take away tie breaks because Isner and Anderson and Mahut. And now let's take away the first 1 to 6 games because everybody in the crowd wants to get in and out of the stadium so quickly.
He said basically anybody can win because
whatever.
You have to be lucky. You'd be lucky.
Let's just change tennis to a coin toss. Heads or tails. Who wins? Whatever. All right. Ending the show. Quote of the day comes from Michael Figgins from Big Hit Sports International. I like this quote a lot. Quote, never let anyone, not me, no parents, not your teachers, not your coaches, not your friends, tell you that what you want for your life is impossible. Great quote by Michael Figgins from Big Hit Sports International. We are lucky to know him. He's a great motivator and a great coach. Don't let anyone tell you that your dreams are unattainable. I guarantee you, as he said, Michael Figgins said, Serena would laugh at you if you told her that her dreams were unattainable.
And that's why I admire her.
Love that quote. That came from a personal message between Carla and Michael Figgins, respectively. And I read the message and I loved his quote. Yes. Don't let anybody rain on your dreams.
I tell that to my kids all the time.
Let's go. Love that. The health tip of the day goes to Stephen DeViti, who has a company or a training regimen program. It's called Hydro Athletics. And the health tip from him is know yourself. Now, know yourself, or rather know thyself, goes back to the Temple of Apollo at Delphi and the likes of Pausanias and Socrates. If we don't know anything about ourselves and worry so much about what others think of us or how we need to look to others and don't really get to know ourselves and being self-confident and not being self-conscious and so forth, how can we really be great?
You can't. No. You have to know who you are.
You got to know who you are. You have to know what your body can do. You have to know what your mind can handle. You have to know what people to keep around you. You have to know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, then it's really a crap sandwich.
Yes.
You know? Carla helps me know myself. I don't think I knew myself very well until before I met you. And now she's just like, one, you did this. One, bruh. That's what Carla does every day. Anyway.
That's not true.
I love you a lot. She keeps me in check. Know yourself. Have a great day, everyone. We will see you in a few days. We will be here daily for Indian Wells. Don't forget the racket and prize giveaways. Share our videos, like our videos. Please subscribe below. Thanks so much to all of you. Without you, we have nothing, no audience. Please give us criticism, feedback, ideas, topics, ways that we can get better. And as always, the lovely Carla says,
adios.
Let's go!